Wait like 10 seconds before starting. I'm hitting it now.
Good afternoon. Welcome. I am Amy Apon, the Director of the School of Computing. I am really glad that you're joining us today for the 2021 School of Computing Honors and Awards Ceremony. We have some truly outstanding students, and I'm excited for you to meet them. So let's get going. The first award we present is for Outstanding Sophomore. This award is presented by Connie Taylor. Professor Taylor is Professor of Practice in the School of Computing. She joined us this year from industry and brings significant value to our program with her experience.
Thank you, Amy. And it is my honor to present Rajat Sethi, the award of Outstanding Sophomore. Rajat is your quintessential overachiever. He is a computer science major and member of the Honors College and has 2 minors in financial management and cybersecurity. He has a 4.0 GPA with taking 21 hours both in the fall and now in the spring. And he also is working for the School of Computing as an undergraduate lab TA. So just, congratulations, Rajat. And I have the pleasure of having Rajat in my software engineering class and have really enjoyed having him in the class. So Rajat, congratulations. You want to say a word or two?
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here at Clemson, and I'm really happy to be receiving this award today. I really hope that I can top this semester's performance in the fall when I show up on campus.
Great.
Thank you, Connie. That is fantastic. That's a truly outstanding sophomore. Our second award, we have 2 junior students who are outstanding, and we couldn't decide. So we present 2 awardees of the Outstanding Junior Award. The first of these is presented by Eric Patterson. Dr. Patterson is the Associate Director of the Digital Production Arts Program. His primary office is located at the Zucker Graduate Education Building in Charleston. Eric?
Hello, everybody. This decision of an award came at no surprise to me whatsoever. Just a few years ago, Dylan got in touch before he had even started his first semester at Clemson and showed me all of these things that he had already programmed in computer graphics and game engines and VR, and was talking about attending SIGGRAPH and asking if we were going and what were research opportunities in the lab. And I showed him around our visual computing lab at Clemson. And I could tell right away he hadn't even started day 1 of his classes, and Dylan was going to go places. So very happy to give this award of Outstanding Junior to Dylan Bruss. And would you like to say words, Dylan?
Thank you. And I hope to continue to do great things next semester on campus.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. The second Outstanding Junior Award is presented by Chris Plowey. Dr. Plowey is the undergraduate coordinator for the School of Computing. He manages the advising team, has primary oversight of our undergraduate curriculum, and meets with about a bazillion students every semester.
Alrighty, I have prepared in true Dr. Plowey fashion a presentation on Trip Tucker, as well as the next award winner. But before I get started, even though these awards are based largely on academics and contribution, I wanted to talk a little bit more about impact. Trip Tucker definitely has made an impact on the School of Computing. And to quote Larry Hodges, who recently retired from the School of Computing, great undergraduate students don't just take courses, they become part of the community by being active participants in research and service. Trip has been a huge asset to the School of Computing while maintaining his 4.0 grade point average. So I first met Trip in Computer Science 1010 in fall of 2018. And in that class, Trip was a great student, of course, with his GPA, but he was pretty quiet. Then he was assigned to the School of Computing for being our lead ambassador for incoming students for orientation. So it is interesting to go back and look and see how many students he directly impacted while contributing in service to the School of Computing, helping students throughout the orientation and registration process, providing sage guidance, and also just being a friendly ear to students who might have been nervous adjusting. Trip was also the School of Computing ambassador for summer 2020, also known as the summer we redid orientation about 3 times during the pandemic, going online. In addition, Trip was the orientation team leader. So he was one of 5 team leaders who oversaw all the orientation ambassadors. He also led the social media and marketing efforts for orientation and had about 3,000 Instagram subscribers. And I am also told that there were about 22,000 views of his orientation content that he posted online. And then finally, he's been involved with a bunch of different organizations within the College of Business that he really, truly has impacted thousands of lives. And we're grateful for that. And we're proud of all your academic achievements that you've managed to accomplish on top of that. So Trip Tucker, if you want to say a few words of maybe what your favorite memory was in the School of Computing.
Well, I appreciate the presentation. I love that you dug up this picture of me, so I really appreciate it. You know, some memories. You know, just being able to work with. You know, going through orientation myself. I met 2 of my good friends, Mariana and Rebecca. Rebecca's actually on the call here, and just doing projects with them. We actually lived in Core, so you know, just doing those initial projects and kind of getting accustomed to, you know, programming. You know, I didn't really have any experience programming upon coming to college. So, you know, just, you know, little moments like that. And then, of course, working with you, Dr. Plowey, and Miss Goodwin during summer orientation. Sometimes it was chaotic, but we made it through, and also asked a ton of students what their favorite Doritos flavor was. So I'll always remember that. And of course, I appreciate the award and the great presentation. So thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Our next award is for Outstanding Senior, and we'll put up your certificate in just a minute. This is going for Joshua Norman, and you also get a presentation. I found a nice headshot of you, but I think this picture that you use often in classes is very representative of who you are. Big smile on your face, and it seems like you're almost always in a good mood. So Josh Norman is a graduating senior from Asheville, North Carolina. I've actually never had him as a student in any of my classes, but I've worked with him in many different avenues. And I also have an analysis of Josh's impact. He was a TA for one of our Software Development Foundation's labs in fall of 2018 with 30 students in that course. For fall 2019, he worked with me as the head TA for the mobile software development class. I know for a fact that we had at least one student in that class that was inspired by the course to actually go into mobile software development as a career. In spring 2020, Josh was a TA for a section of our data structures lab. In fall of 2020, he was the head TA for Computer Science 1070 working with me. And he was part of a team of rethinking that course for our incoming freshmen, who we were working hard on creating an experience, realizing, yes, it's a pandemic, that we wanted to create a very positive first impression for our incoming students. For this semester, Josh is again TAing for me for the mobile device software course. In addition, if we're continuing with impact, he has served as a PAL leader for the Academic Success Center. So PAL leaders are upper class students who've earned A's or B's in courses, and they provide peer instruction to help out for students who may have difficulties in some courses. In addition, he has served as a community of practice coordinator whose main job is to train, mentor, and oversee other PAL leaders who are assisting. In addition, he has run Calculus Fight Club, which is a review session series developed and led by student volunteers for chemistry and math courses. So Josh, we are proud of all the academic achievements of maintaining a 4.0 while having an impact on so many students. It really, truly is an accomplishment. But one more thing. Many of your former students have heard that you're winning an award and they wanted to wish you congratulations.
Congratulations, Josh. Congrats on an academic award. Thank you for helping us in 1070. And thank you for making it such a fun class.
And this morning, a bunch of students from the mobile device software class were trying to get together, but it was a little bit like herding cats to wish you congratulations. But everybody is really, truly appreciative of the entire impact that you've made on them while being stellar with all your academics. So, Josh, I know what your next plans are, but do you want to tell everybody what your plans are once you graduate?
Sure. Thank you so much for that awesome presentation. And I didn't expect that. But after graduation, I plan on joining a startup out in Seattle, doing mobile development. So not too far from the stream, and doing some really exciting things and getting a lot of experience out there.
Great. And congratulations again. We truly are proud of you. And Amy, you're able to take it back.
Hey, congratulations. That is fantastic. That is really, really fantastic. Okay, so that was Josh Norman. Let's see, so the next award is the Culinet Software Award for Outstanding Senior in Computer Information Systems. And this award is presented by Connie Taylor.
Great, thanks, Amy. And I'm excited about presenting this award to Frances, who's also in my software engineering class. And she is a computer information systems major, as well as minoring in math, and has a GPA of 3.9. So what an achievement. In addition to that, she is on the IT Student Advisory Board, which provides feedback to both our CIO of our IT department and the senior staff. So she's had, as Chris talked about, impact. I'm certain a lot of impact at Clemson as well. So congratulations, Frances. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about what you're doing after you graduate.
I don't believe she was able to make it to
Oh,
the ceremony.
no. Okay.
Well, we'll congratulate her. She can watch the video
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Great.
So our next award is the DuPont Best Undergraduate Project Award, and that is presented by me. This award goes to 2 students who are working as a team on their project. The first student is Rebecca Kahn. Rebecca is a junior computer science major from Charleston, South Carolina. She minors in business administration and legal studies. So in addition to this undergraduate research, she is a part of Clemson College Loops as the vice president of that organization. She's the head of PR for CU Hackett, which is an amazing group that has put on hackathons for hundreds of students every semester. She's part of ACM student organization, Chi Omega fraternity, a mock trial team as a professional liaison. And she also has a podcast called Cash Chat, which focuses on women in tech from a college perspective with one of her peers. This very active student. The second student who is on this project is Matt Franchi. Matt Franchi is a senior computer science major from Summerville, South Carolina. In addition to this research project, he is a member of the Clemson Honors College, also CU Hackett as a member of the tech team, Upsilon Pi Epsilon, Omicron Delta Kappa, the CCAS Student Advisory Board as a School of Computing representative, and the list goes on. CU SG Information Technology Student Advisory Board, ACM, and he's an officer of the Clemson Piano Club. I still haven't heard him play piano, but I want to. He says after graduation, he plans to work for High Side Technology, a DoD contractor based out of Charleston, South Carolina. And we're also trying to entice him into graduate school. So I want to say a little bit about their project. Rebecca and Matt are working on a project that is jointly advised by me and also Dr. Ronnie Chowdhury, Professor of Intelligent Transportation Systems, and with our collaborator, Dr. Ken Kennedy at BMW in the upstate. We're studying connected autonomous vehicles. One of the challenges with autonomous vehicles is when they must select a behavior based on a situation. And so, for example, suppose a car is trying to merge onto an interstate highway, and you've done this as a driver, and there's another car in the merge lane. Should the car speed up to be in front of the other car, or should it slow down? Is it ever okay for the car to exceed the speed limit when performing a merge? So Matt and Rebecca are using an impressive set of software and hardware technologies for their project. They had no idea what they were getting into. They're using a simulation tool to model the traffic scenarios. They've modified the tools so that a lot, like a massive number of simulation runs can execute on the Clemson supercomputer. They will be acquiring thousands of data sets that represent variations on the scenario we are modeling, and then we'll develop a machine learning model that will provide decision support for the autonomous vehicle. No one told them they couldn't do this as undergrads, and so they can. These are impressive students and well-deserving of the DuPont Best undergraduate project. And so I'm going to congratulate them. And then maybe take turns. Rebecca, would you like to say something about next year you'll be a senior in computer science, maybe say something about your Clemson experience.
Yeah, so thank you so much, first of all, for this award. I know Matt and I were really excited to have received this. It's been really fun to work with you and Matt and the civil engineering team and Ken Kennedy. And I'm really excited to work on it, continue working on it this summer with you guys, hopefully in person.
Oh yeah, hopefully. Matt, you want to say something?
Yes, I also just wanted to say thank you so much for this award. I've really enjoyed working on this project. It's probably the most interesting thing that I've come into contact at Clemson so far. And I'm really looking forward to next year and seeing what graduate school at Clemson has.
Yeah, we are too. We can't wait to get you into graduate school. So congratulations, Rebecca and Matt. Fantastic. So the next award is also presented by me. The outstanding master's student in computer science is James Wesley Bailey. So Wes Bailey is an exemplar student, and we are proud to present him the outstanding master's student in computer science. Wes is an Army veteran who joined the computer science program in fall 2018. Through Clemson's Veteran Engagement Center, Wes learned about an opportunity to apply for the DoD-sponsored SMART Scholarship. He applied and won the Science, Mathematics, and Research for Transformation Scholarship through the Department of Defense. Because of that award, Wes will be interning with the Department of the Navy this summer. He will begin a full-time role with the Naval Information Warfare Center in Charleston, South Carolina in January 2022. Wes and his wife will be moving to Charleston later this year, and he will complete his degree from the Zucker campus. We are incredibly fortunate to have Wes as a part of the School of Computing. Congratulations, Wes. Would you like to say something?
Thank you very much, Dr. Apon. I really do appreciate it. And it's a real honor to be selected for this recognition from among such a really outstanding group of fellow students. It's very humbling. It's just one more terrific experience in my whole Clemson journey. And I want to thank all of my fantastic professors. Dr. Plowey was good enough to suffer me for one semester. And thank you so much for that, Dr. Plowey. And go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Yeah, you are, we really are proud of you. We're so glad you're here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so the next award is in digital production arts, is being presented by Eric Patterson.
Well, this is another outstanding individual who sought me out early when he was on campus. I remember talking with Naranjan in the hallway, and he was already asking interesting questions about the program and classes and what he wanted to achieve. And going back to what Chris quoted Larry Hodges about good students going above and beyond outside of the classroom, that's the type student Naranjan is. Some of you might know that our MS in digital production arts is a relatively new program for us. And it's a very challenging program that involves knowledge of programming at a high level with advanced tools and interacting with software out there, as well as the mathematics involved in graphics and the interdisciplinary nature of bringing in production arts to graphics. And Naranjan is someone who exceeds at that. And he's a joy to have in class too. Teaching in a pandemic is rough, but Naranjan is always there smiling, always adding an interesting comment, a good question, pointing out things in the material. So very appreciative of you, Naranjan, and you are very deserving of winning this award. And I like the bow tie. So congratulations. Would you like to say anything?
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, it's always looking for an excuse to get dressed up, when we're virtual. Yeah, I want to say that I wasn't aware that the School of Computing gave out these kind of awards. So it came as a shock when I got the email. My first gut reaction was, is this a phishing scam? But I'm very glad to find out that it's real. And I'm very honored and humbled for this award. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Naranjan. We're very proud of you. The next award is the Outstanding MFA Student in Digital Production Arts, also presented by Eric Patterson.
This is another fun opportunity for me. One, most of you probably don't know that I actually know Deanne for many years now. Deanne was one of my students back at University of North Carolina, Wilmington, where I met her, and she became involved in our digital arts program there, and took classes and worked in a variety of projects with us. And she decided to come to graduate school at Clemson, which I was thrilled about. And she also decided to be part of our new growing group at the Zucker Center in Charleston. And Deanne has contributed in so many ways to DPA, writing grants, getting equipment, participating in graduate school government, student government as a Zucker representative, doing outreach for us, showing up for tours. I mean, the list goes on. And she's going to defend and graduate and leave us soon. So we'll be sad to see her move on, but also happy wherever she ends up going. So I'm thrilled to present this award to Deanne. Would you like to say anything, Deanne? You might be muted, Deanne.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay. It was my headphones. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate the award. I don't know. I've had like a really great time here at Clemson. All the professors, all the students from DPA and outside of DPA, all the faculty here at Zucker. I've learned a lot. I don't know. It's been a great time, and I really appreciate the growth and all the help from everybody. And thanks again for the award.
Congratulations. We're really proud of you. Our next award is the Outstanding PhD Student in Computer Science, Robert Underwood, and I get to present this one. It is my pleasure to introduce Robert Underwood for the Outstanding PhD Student in Computer Science. I first met Robert in early 2013, which sounds like a long time ago now, Robert. He was a prospective undergraduate student. I got to know him better when he took my undergraduate class, Distributed and Cluster Computing. Because of his really strong work ethic and great talent, I hired Robert as a student into my lab during fall 2016. This was initially funded through Research Experiences for Undergraduate funding from the National Science Foundation. As a graduate student later in my lab, Robert has been a productive author and contributor with papers published in high quality venues and several more papers in the pipeline with collaborators all over the United States. One of the more significant collaborations is with researchers at Argonne National Lab. This has been a really good and productive collaboration, and Robert may end up going to work for them when he graduates. Outside of his research, Robert has a passion for teaching and service. He's been a leader in the School of Computing Graduate Student Association and one of the few PhD students in our department who has taught a class as a graduate instructor of record. I expect that Robert will become a great college professor and researcher at the end of his graduate education. Robert brings a level of maturity and focus to every project that goes far beyond that of a typical graduate student. I am very impressed with Robert's ability to formulate and solve a problem, and it's really my pleasure to be his PhD academic advisor. Congratulations, Robert.
Thank you, Dr.
Would you like to say a few things? Maybe tell us what you're going to do when you graduate.
So thank you, Dr. Apon. Can you guys hear me?
You can.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Apon. I'm just honored to receive this award, and I would say that I would not have gotten as far as I have through all of my years at Clemson if it wasn't for all of the faculty and the individuals, collaborators at Argonne who have supported me throughout my learning in my undergraduate, master's, and now PhD studies. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Congratulations. We're really proud of you. The next award is the Outstanding PhD Student in Human-Centered Computing. This award is being presented by Bart Kneinenberg. Dr. Kneinenberg is a rising associate professor in the Human-Centered Computing Division of the School of Computing.
Not associate yet, I believe, but
I like
the thought, definitely. If this award ceremony were a phishing scam, then it would probably be Razas Research that you would be part of in that case. So Raza is a little bit of a social butterfly in the department. There's often when students meet me, they say, I know of you because of Raza. So a lot of people already know Raza. So I wanted to give you a little bit of insight about Raza, things that you may not know about him yet. So I have a little quiz for y'all here. So what about Raza? One of the following things about Raza is not true, right? So Raza owns a house, that's number one. Number two is Raza once attended a meeting from the passenger seat of his moving BMW convertible with the top down. Number three is Raza has a black belt in karate. And number four is Raza once helped me recover my passport from a shipping container. Which one do you think is incorrect here? Okay, I'll give you just a few seconds and I'll give the answer. So it's actually number three was not correct. I think he has a yellow belt actually, so not a black belt. Okay, it's not true, okay? First, Raza co-authored 2 papers at the upcoming CHI conference. The second one, Raza's research won the Silver Innovative Research for Aging Award from the Matter Institute. Number 3, Raza has 2 Best Paper Awards. And 4, Raza recently got awarded a Facebook PhD Fellowship. So which one of these do you think is not correct? Well, actually, I lied here. These were all true. So yeah, with that in mind, I mean, with all of these accomplishments, I couldn't help but nominate Raza for this award. And yeah, congratulations, Raza. You definitely deserve this. Yeah, feel free to comment and say something and say what you.
Thanks, Bart.
What have your ideas been at Clemson? Yeah.
Well, I was at first. I was a bit worried when you said you will say things that people don't know about me. But I have the same feeling as other students. Comparing myself to 4 years ago when I joined Clemson, I think it's not bold for me to say that I'm almost a different person. And well, first, thanks to you, Bart, as you played a major role in it, but also to Clemson that provides this platform for individuals to progress in both personal and professional aspects. And all of you contribute to that platform, from professors to staff and students. And I'm happy to be part of this community, this Clemson community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're very proud of you. The next award is the Outstanding Biomedical Data Science and Informatics Student. This is presented by Brian Dean. Dr. Brian Dean is the chair of the Computer Science Division of the School of Computing and the program coordinator for the PhD and master's programs in Biomedical Data Science and Informatics. Brian?
Thanks, Amy. Can you stop sharing your screen for a second so I can show up as a, let me see. Chuck, is it possible to pin my video so that I show up as full screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing you as full screen.
Okay. Cool. Greetings, everybody. I've got a short presentation as well about Min-Jae Woo, who is our recipient of the Outstanding Student in Biomedical Data Science. A couple of interesting factoids about Min-Jae. Just to give my presentation here. So he recently defended his dissertation on, the title was Deep Learning Framework to Reduce Inter-Observer Variability in Computed Tomography Measurements of Solid Tumors. It's actually a very impactful dissertation that he wrote. Apparently, if you ask several different expert radiologists to estimate the size of a tumor from a CT scan, they'll give you different answers. And that's not an ideal situation because the size of a tumor can have a substantial impact on the recommended treatment and such. So Min-Jae's dissertation used a wide range of data science and AI techniques to address that problem and to help experts agree better on how to estimate the size of tumors. So very impactful research. Min-Jae, over his graduate career, has published or presented at least 10 papers or posters in high impact venues. So he's been remarkably productive in terms of his academic output. And just recently announced, he has just accepted an assistant professor position in the School of Data Science and Analytics at Kennesaw State University. So quite remarkable, really well done. So I wanted to see if I can get this to work here. So Min-Jae, congratulations, Min-Jae, if you want to do a virtual handshake. Good job.
Yeah, let me try this this way maybe. Yes. Thank you.
Well done. So
yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to tell everybody to say?
Nothing in particular. Well, as Dr. Dean mentioned, this is my last semester. So this is my last moment honor, and I really appreciate it. And I just enjoyed every moment of my study here, and appreciate faculty and staffs, everyone who made my journey here at Clemson enjoyable. So thank you.
Thanks, Min-Jae.
Thanks.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. So the next award is the Outstanding Graduate Teaching Assistant. This is presented by James Wang. Dr. Wang is professor in the Computer Science Division of the School of Computing.
Yeah, it was a surprise that Roshan, as a master student, won this award. I get Roshan working with me last year in the fall 2020 in my class. My class is a large class, but it is a very demanding class with a lot of project quizzes, and the TA has to set up the project environment, work on the template for the database project, and also have to give a lot of instructions. And sometimes he has to sit in my class, give some presentation to the students. The students many students were never touched like a PHP or SQL, so he has to teach them a lot of things. When Mark has signed me a Roshan as a PA, I was not very happy actually. I was like, oh, this time is a master students, because my course has a lot of master students, even has PhD students in that database course. It turned out Roshan has been very good, very good. I also noticed Roshan worked as a TA since fall 2019, and he's still working as TA. So I was very happy with his work, and so I decided to recommend him to the Outstanding Graduate Teaching Assistant Award. And he surprised me again. He won the award. So congratulations, Roshan. You want to say something?
Thank you, Dr. Wang. So it has been a great experience actually throughout my master's degree. Very enriching and learning, full of learning. I'd like to thank all the professors, Dr. Smotherman, Dr. James Wang, Dr. Amy Apon, Tyler Allen, Dr. Nicholas Whitman, and Professor Mitsu, and all the professors that I took the class with, and all persons that helped me throughout this process. It has been a great experience. I feel humbled to receive the award. So thank you so much for everything. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I
We're very proud
have
of you, Roshan.
another request. Russian to stay, you need to stay in Clemson for PhD.
I'll think about that, Dr. Wang.
Yeah, Dr. Wang is right.
Thank
You'd
you.
be great. You'd be great, Rashan. We're really proud of you.
Thank you, Dr. Epon.
The next award is special recognition for research and achievements in service. As the president of the School of Computing Student Government Association, this award is presented by Rong Ge. Dr. Ge is an associate professor in the computer science division. Rong?
Okay, now I'm muted. So I'm very excited to present this award to Tyler. As the name indicates, special recognition for both parts. One is research, one is service. And I want to talk about first about Tyler's outstanding quality about research. He is very curious and really dedicated to the truth about research. And he has very high standard for himself, and when he's dedicated to the truth in research, he's not only make sure he is doing he's implying that or implement that in his own research and also in our entire group and other students' work. So in our group meeting, he would continue to enforce his ideas, his opinion until all of us agree that's the truth, and we are going to accept his opinion and make sure we are also dedicated to the truth and quality. So it's a very rare and a very precious attribute in my opinion. So that's of course he has many other attributes, but I really think this truth and dedicated truth is most precious and rare, and that's what we need to do as a researcher. And for service, so Tyler has been providing service at various organizations levels. So he has helped me a lot in my group in many aspects, advising undergraduate students, advising junior PhD students, graduate students, helping me recruit. He has been helping undergraduate students, he's teaching, he's TAing, and he also helping unknown students, whoever just pass by his door, and people just say, okay, can you help me? What they know, he would help them. So this is very interesting to me. He would just be unselfishly and enthusiastically help everybody, no matter is his sign duty or people just pass by and looking for help. And so he has also been servicing the entire student body, I believe that our graduate body in the School of Computing and also in the university or college level. Not only that, he has been the leader of a supercomputing conference student volunteer for a couple of years, and he has been connecting with student volunteer organizers and do a lot of contributions. As many people have said, students not just should be outstanding in their classroom, in their research, and also help and build the community and contribute to the community. I think Tyler is truly one of exceptional example that we want, we appreciate, and I'm really excited that the School of Computing gave him this award, and Tyler, you are well deserved.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you. If I can just say for a minute while I have everybody here. So I think one part of that is that in this, about the service part of this is that in the upcoming year, the School of Computing Graduate Student Association is looking for new officers, new people. We're trying to reboot sort of the organization after this year of it being very difficult for us to do anything. As I'm sure most of you are aware, there's been some issues this last year. So what I'd like to say is that anybody who has been at this ceremony, when I send out an email calling for interested students, it would be great if you would show up and help us carry on the Graduate Student Association for as many years as we can keep it going. And thank you, Rong, for your nice words and comments.
Okay, congratulations again. It's truly special what you're doing, Tyler, truly special. So the next set of awards is a special thanks to our undergraduate TAs for their hard work. Each undergraduate TA will be receiving a mug as a token of our thanks, and we hope they will work for us next semester. This is presented by Yvonne Feaster. Dr. Feaster is a senior lecturer in the School of Computing, holds a PhD in computer science from Clemson. I don't know if anybody has a mug to model, but Yvonne, would you like to present these?
Sure. Before I do, I'd like to say that coming from an instructor that has many of her classes have labs associated with them, these undergraduate TAs are priceless. And I really want to stress how much we appreciate the help that we get from the undergraduate TAs. All right, so I'm going to call off the names of the first two. And by the way, many of these have come through my class at one point or another. Not all of them, but many of the names I recognize. Devin Bloomer, Nathan Brown, Teresa Chin, Noah Cooley Cannon, Dante Stewart, Dante Dwight. Next slide. Mark Elkins, Samuel Hagan, Michael Havasey, Joshua Hunt, Nathan Jones, and Jack Lee. Next slide.
I think I'm next to say thanks. Like Yvonne, I think I'm eternally grateful for my TAs. They do amazing work and they usually respond and help students when I can't really help them. So for the next set of students, Zihan Lin, Brett Ludwig, Jacob McFadden, Brendan McGuire, Devin Narula, Joshua Norman, Andrew Paget, Thomas Saturday, Carl Schmidt, Bridget Sethi, Spencer Shaw, Caleb Spraker, Jason Teets, Mark Tochinsky, Andrew Wolstenholme, and Victoria Shu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that was presented by Dr. Sammy Sun, lecturer in the School of Computing. So as Yvonne said, we really, really appreciate all the work of the undergraduate TAs. We couldn't do this without you. So these are amazing students, all of you. And I want you to know that you have been specially selected by the faculty. This was not just an accident. We discussed who should receive these awards, and you have been called out as unique and special for the award that you got. So I want to say how proud I am of all of our students. I know you're going to go on to do great things. Many of you are already doing much, much more than I did as an undergraduate or graduate student, just amazing accomplishments. I also want to thank all the parents and the other guests who are attending. This is a great day for you and your students. So let's everybody thank our presenters and congratulate the students. on the awards. This is fantastic. So everyone, please stay safe. Congratulations to all. Go Tigers.